We're talking to my friend Meister today. Eastlake gangster, ex-convict, just did 8 years in prison. 3 state, 5 federal. He's never heard the Gabriel Fernandez story. We're gonna get his reaction.
And a bandana tied across his face.
Crazy, how
weapons Aguirre used to beat Gabriel
be.
over an 8-month period. Aguirre's trial revealed that Gabriel would be beaten anytime social workers would ask questions about his injury.
Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty.
Man, they fucking beat their kid to fucking death.
First degree. His final beating of Gabriel ended the child's life, but evidence proved that Gabriel's pathway to death began 8 months earlier.
People like that don't deserve to live, eh?
Gabriel was fed cat litter, cat feces, slept gagged and handcuffed in a cabinet.
I've never seen anything in my entire career. I've never seen anything like that. I wasn't prepared.
Roughly a week later, Gabriel was dead. Right now, a judge has just sentenced
Damn, that is fucking crazy. I never heard of this shit. Never seen it. That's crazy, man. How I feel about this situation is like, it's crazy. I got 7, 8 kids, man. 7 and one foster kid of my own that I love and adore. And do I not even discipline them? For the simple fact was because we're here to protect them, not to hurt them, man. And it's crazy from where I come from, the way I was raised. We don't do stuff like that, man. And this guy deserves more than the death penalty. He deserves to be tortured, burnt for the rest of his life as long as he's living. It's like, how can people like that walk amongst us? Or should I say, how can we let people like that walk amongst us? And I'm not with that. It's heartbreaking, eh? It's heartbreaking, and it's like I'm glad that I wasn't part of that family, because I would have took physical action myself, man. Like I said, I got a handful of kids myself that I adore, that I thank God every day for having them in my life, for bringing me these blessings. It's not only 1, 2, but I got a handful of kids, like I said. And it's sad that they tortured this little boy, and not only tortured him, but killed him. And it's saying that the social workers did shit about it. My eyes, my opinion, they deserve to get tortured themselves as well for neglecting to do their job. And that's what we rely on, a system that's supposed to help protect and keep children and people safe here in society. When stuff like this happens, it's like, what next? Who else needs to lose their life? And it shouldn't even have to go this far just to get acknowledgement. You know, I'm fresh out of federal prison. And as bad as I've been out there in society, my crimes don't involve kids, women, and shit like that. And it's heartbreaking for this little boy and any other kid that goes through this shit. And people like that, man, don't deserve to walk on this earth. That's just how I feel about it, point blank. He should be sentenced to not only how he was death, but tortured until that day comes. That's how I see it. They tortured that little boy that couldn't even defend himself. You know, how many other kids are out there going through the same thing that haven't yet gone to the extreme? What are we gonna do? How many cases out there that are not even known about, but family members know about them? I'm pretty sure that them people's family, you know, knew about what was going on. And honestly, it's hard. Damn if we do, damned if we don't. I wasn't in that situation, nor I've ever been. But if I was, something that I would want to do, or I probably would do, is, for example, like the teacher. If she knew about it, she should have fucking not even let that kid go home with that family. But then again, we got to understand, the teacher really probably was in a situation where, like, I can't keep this kid because next you know it's kidnapped or this and that and the other. But she could have called the cops. I mean, it's like, there's a lot of what ifs after the fact.
The teacher did, in her defense, she did call DCF many times. And that's what one of the big problems is. Then they would send the workers, or they would send the police to the house, and the parents would just lie, and they leave them there, and then Gabriel would get it worse.
Well, there's a lot of things I could say I probably would do, and would have done. But I wasn't in them people's situations. But all I know is that the system was designed to protect children from parents like them. Not only from parents, from relatives, from foster parents, from guardians. And they failed him. How many other kids have they failed? That's just one that hit mainstream. And I ain't gonna lie, it's the first time I heard about this story, and it's furious, man. It got me furious. It got me to where, God forbid, I don't ever go back to prison, end up in a cell with that guy. Even though I wouldn't ever be, because I wouldn't be categorized as something that he's categorized as. But, you know, do I hope and wish? Yeah, I hope and wish a lot of things would happen to that person. But you know what? It's all out there, and he got his judgment day coming, to whether it's judgment day by the man upstairs, by the system, California, or just he gets that prison judgment.
Welcome to that east side, where that sun don't shine. Enter at your own risk, like the roll of a dice. Take a chance with your life. Don't get caught without your nine. Goons on site with them red lights. Taking flight, no airlines. 223s will get you.